Hello and welcome, Hello, let's go. Uh, Man, I kicked off a bit earlier as I'm very tired, so I want to hang around with the boys before I go to sleep. And I'm sorry, cause I will be unable to hang around with you a bit more. But life can suck from time to time. It can really suck, and today I was having a hard MMA training and I did well. I did pretty much well. I'm learning to grapple wrestle, and this is going okay with me. Pretty much going okay. So, just to announce that when I've seen rankings, I was a bit shocked because now I got Jamal Hill ahead of Jirka Denisa Prochazka, and I don't like that. I really don't like that fact because you know it's odd. It's at least odd. It's very odd. Like you've seen Jiri Denisa Prochazka. You've seen Jiri Denisa Prochazka. I think he's a better fighter, but some things are simply unfair. Yeah, some things are simply unfair in life, and I want to say that, for example, Jiri Denisa Prochazka can be one of the greatest names. But now, when he's sidelined, we have to focus on Jamal Hill and on his achievements. And I'm just saying that we are having a bit of a tricky situation. And also to discuss free agent Luke Rockhold. Well, free agent Luke Rockhold is another fun story because he is free from UFC, but he's ready to fight. He's ready to lock and load to take part in another match or another fight, and he's probably going to change promotion, which is going to be another great reason to march. It's going to be another wonderful way to go. And to my point of view, I do believe that Jiri Prochazka is a legend and a real legend. And now these controversial rankings with Glover Teixeira retiring, with Jamal Hill holding the title, fair or unfair. I will comment that later. I have no time to think about it whether it was fair or not, but the situation is pretty much controversial. If you've seen the rankings, have you seen that the majority of rankings are now changed and Jiri Prochazka, it's painful, man. It's painful that that guy is not the best in the division. It's painful to see that. Pozdrav tebi. It's really much painful to see that, and I really think Jiri Denisa Prochazka he has deserved to be number one. And you see the case of Anthony Smith, where Anthony Smith sits at position 5 for ages, and he wins, loses, but man, he was not losing to low level names. He was losing to high level names, and Jamal Hill instantly skips the division. I agree, but sports are so full of injuries. Yeah, man, you are absolutely right. Once somebody hurts himself, but you see now, Jirka Prochazka is contender number one. Well, we got a change at the rankings. We got a massive change at the rankings where Jamal Hill is number one, and we got Ankalaev, and we got Blaovic under, and then we have the case of Alexander Rakic and Anthony Smith. Like these two injured guys, they deserve to be number one and number two. The two injured guys deserve to be number one and number two, especially after Blaovic was able to fight to a draw. For Rakic at the end, yeah, I felt because he was up on the scorecards. Alexander Rakic was leading that fight. If we're already going to talk about that fight, he was up on the scorecards against Vlahovic. He was up, nearly up 2-1 as he was leading in round 3, and then his knee crumbled. Out of nowhere, and I don't know, man. This ACL injury, he torn ACL, he'll need some time to recover. It's very hard to recover from a torn ACL, as well as you know. That's one of the worst injuries one can have, at least 6, 8, 10 months. I feel like only God knows about that, how much will Rakic need to recover, but I hope he will get back even stronger. And also, I hope for Prochazka because Prochazka's shoulder injury is way, way worse than Rakic's knee. And how sad can that be? ACL dangerous injury, extremely dangerous injury. Like, you can get back to fighting maybe after 8, 10 months, but imagine whole year without Alexander Rakic. It's like, and imagine whole year without Jiri Prochazka. How is the 205-pound division gonna look? You are going to have Jamahal, who is probably going to fight against, I would say, Blaovic, or maybe even, I don't think they want Ankalaev for the champ. That is my personal opinion. I don't think they want Ankalaev for the champ as Kadyrov was just shitting too much. And the guy doesn't understand rules. Plus, he is not profitable. He doesn't speak English, so he is not profitable. They need a profitable name. And Blaovic speaks English really well, and he knows to throw trash from time to time. In my opinion, 205 is the worst after heavyweight. Well, yes, it is now. Of course, it's the worst now because you have tons of injuries. Of course, it is the worst now. You got two legends of the division injured, and Dominic Reyes cannot push popularity. Ryan Spann cannot push popularity. They're not those types of guys. Poland is a big market. Well, one Polish guy will be fighting soon. Marcin Tibura gonna meet Blagoy Ivanov. Yeah, Poland is a big market, very big market, and majority of Polish fighters know English. Majority of them. I'm not saying everybody knows, but majority of MMA fighters from Poland know English, and that is good because knowing English helps a lot in the world of show business. If you know to speak English, that's going to help a lot, and that's one of the reasons why they don't like Magomed Ankalaev. Why the majority of UFC officials don't like Magomed Ankalaev. It's just the fact. It's just the fact that he is not very interesting. Oh yeah, exactly. I understand what you wrote. Rakic is not interesting as champion. No, he's not. He is not because Rakic is all about, how do you say, somebody is not talented for trash talk. I mean, maybe that's not part of his game, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. But you need extremely profitable person. Like Prochazka is profitable because he throws crazy bombs, like Fedor. Yeah, like Fedor. Same samurai code cleaving. That's something that makes Rakic stand out, living by rules. But you need like a crazy champion if you wanna fish for popularity. You always need a crazy champion. You need somebody who is going to hype up the crowd, and I think Jiri Denisa Prochazka is definitively fine for that because of his crazy fighting style. And Rakic, I would like to see him winning, but imagine if he won Blaovic. What do you think about Loma versus Haney match? I have to say that I'm a die-hard fan of Loma. So it's hard to say anything against a guy you love. No, it's sometimes really, really hard to say some hard things about the man you really and honestly love. And like his fighting style, anything. I'm trying to copycat that guy. So to me, that guy is an icon to me. Like that guy is an icon to me. I just hope he will have luck in that fight. I hope he will have luck and win, but it's gonna be hard, as you say. You've got a toe-to-toe fighter, Haney, and I think that Rakic needs an attractive victory. Well, that's not going to be easy. I mean, let's be honest, attractive victory. Rakic will need a KO win, and if you know his strength and conditioning coach, guess this parody. His strength and conditioning coach is his head coach. So how can a strength and conditioning guy determine how much time you should spend on the meets or how much time you should spend on the ground, rolling, drilling, wrestling training? That's why Rakic turned into a point fighter, a cardio fighter, because of his strength and conditioning coach. And imagine, Richard is his coach. Yeah, But his coach can be the butt of the joke for his whole life, and I hope he's going to be fine with it. Because Rakic is a great fighter, but people want people want blood. People want aggressive champs. And they turned Rakic into a safe fighter, which exactly as you said, he is not marketable. He is a safe fighter and he is not a trash talker. Two big minuses in the organizations. I think he has to find someone purely from the world of MMA. Yeah, yeah, for example, somebody that knows what he's doing. Like my coach, for example, knows what he's doing. He talks to strength and conditioning coaches, but he knows how to temper the form and how to bring you into the shape. Its territory is not as big as Poland. No, territory is pretty much small. Balkan is a limited market. You can be the most popular fighter or a guy in Balkan, but if you're not popular globally, you're gonna be fucked up. I mean, you see, for example, in Serbia or Bosnia or ever in Balkan Peninsula, you can pretty much touch the sky too quick. And when you touch the sky, you cannot progress anymore. For example, we have an example of podcast incubator. They touched the sky like 2 or 3 years ago, and they cannot progress anymore because they are limited. They are limited to Balkan speaking areas. And you need to become a global person if you really want to expand, if you really want to expand, if you really want to grow. You need to go globally. You have a problem that we don't pay per view, and the UFC doesn't like such an area. Absolutely. I think I'm the only idiot who pays, me and my coach. But my sponsor is paying for that. But anyway, in our state, many people are like extremely annoying with those free links and such shit. I hate it. I simply hate it. We have a problem. We don't pay pay-per-views at all, and even we don't pay UFC on Fight Pass. I pay annual pay-per-view. You're just like me. I also have annual. It's way more cheaper. It's way more cheaper. Like when you have an annual, you can save a lot of money. I mean, it's not, but that's my sport. That's like the best thing that has ever happened, like the mixed martial arts. So of course I can pay annual pay-per-view just like you, just like anybody. Like annual pay-per-view is awesome. Annual subscription. And you can also rewatch every single fight you want. Can it be better than that? You can really watch and rewatch every single fight. It is amazing. And it's easy, just a piece of investment. Just a piece of solid investment, I would dare to say. But you are right. We are such an area that doesn't like to pay pay-per-views, and of course UFC doesn't like that area. They are more focused on the United States of America, on UK, Ireland, maybe Germany. And if you come from those states, if you come from really big fun states, you are probably going to have the advantage over a guy, for example, like Alexander Rakic, because they want market, they want profit. Everything is about profit in the world of MMA. It's all about profit. It's really all about profit. It's not about winning, losing, or they only want money. They only want to earn money. They only want to drain everything from people, and that will never change. I also pay annual pay-per-view, and that is one of the best things. That is one of the best things I have ever done in my whole life. The Czech Republic is also a very good region. Czech Republic is excellent. Like you got the Middle Europe, like Czech Republic. You got Poland. You also have Slovakia and Austria, Germany. They are very good regions. And they are also European Union, and they are very good regions because people want to pay. I mean, real fans of this sport want to pay. And how many real fans of this sport do you have in Czech Republic? Well, I assume a lot. I really assume you have a lot of fans because after Jiri Prochazka won the title, the popularity of the sport skyrocketed, which is unfortunately not happening in Balkan Peninsula when somebody wins. For example, we had a case of Rakic fighting at the top of the division, and still the sport is expanding. Still, the sport is expanding, but you don't have a crazy popularity. I mean, let's be honest. He came very close to fighting for the title. It should skyrocket the popularity of the sport. You've seen what happened after Prochazka's first UFC fight and his first victory. The popularity of the sport exploded in Czech Republic. And it didn't happen because of David Dvorak or Lucia Pudilova. It happened because of Yuri Denisa Prochazka and his crazy acrobations, his crazy fighting style, and arguably because of his craziness. Yeah, arguably because of his craziness. And that is the fact we mustn't ignore. We really mustn't ignore, because craziness, it's all about craziness. In UFC, you got to be crazy. No, my coach is always saying that you got to be crazy if you want to be an MMA fighter, or if you want to be even an MMA YouTuber, MMA influencer. You got to be crazy. The sport, Dinarski. I agree with that. I heavily agree with genetics and with the genetics challenge. Yeah, yeah. I know people from Dinari Mountains. I know what you're trying to say, and our genes are actually amazing. But imagine our gene with, for example, mixed with, for example, Japanese will. Imagine Balkan gene mixed with Japanese mind. That fighter would have been an absolute killer. It's the best match. Yeah, we have the best genes for fighting, and I was watching at one research where they described that. I actually read the same thing. I was reading about the same thing, and we have excellent genes. We have everything, but we lack in two things. We have bad mentality, and we have horrible fight IQ. Unfortunately, we still have horrible fight IQ. And now people are going to start throwing bombs all over me, but I'm just trying to be realistic. Fighters from Balkan, unfortunately, still have low fight IQ with some exceptions. But that is going to change in the years to come, because we are not ahead of the time. We only have few good experts. That's true. I'm going to tell you one good fight IQ master from every state. Like from Serbia, fight IQ master is Rakic. In Croatia, you have Luka Milidragovic, and name other master of fight IQ. You don't have it. In Slovenia, I can't call Uroš Jurišić the master of fight IQ. I don't think so. I wouldn't call him like that. In Macedonia, Medovsky is everything but a fight IQ guy. He is not a fight IQ guy. He is a random boy. And Montenegro, Albania, even there is one fight IQ specialist. In Bulgaria, you have Blagoy Ivanov. In Romania, you don't have fight IQ guys. No, you don't. Nikolai Negumeranu is a brawler. Typical brawler. Uh, that girl from the Drobeta Turnus Severin, I forgot her name. Oh man, how was her name? I forgot her name, but she was not a fight IQ. Diana Belbita, she has never been a fight IQ expert. So unfortunately, we have the best genes, but we have two big problems. And I hope those two big problems are gonna be resolved in the future, because we really need to change our mentality if we want. We got everything. Juricic beat grandmother. He's not very smart. No, unfortunately, he is very powerful. He's got great skills, but he lacks in fight IQ. And that's a problem if you want to fight on the serious level. If you want to be the best in Balkan, you don't need to have a huge fight IQ. But if you want to be the best in the world, then your fight IQ must be extremely, extremely high. Grayson, Randy Brown plus 300 is ridiculous. Top notch value. Yeah, man. I don't know why he is plus 300. Why? He should be plus 100. I don't know. Soldic is also not stupid. Soldic has smart skills. Soldic is lefty, just like the two of us. A lefty. Yeah, Soldic has great fight IQ. I forgot about Soldic. Yeah, I really forgot about Soldic. Randy Brown is ridiculous. You are right. Put some money on Randy Brown, Grayson. Yeah, really, put some money on Randy Brown. And from Bosnia, Benjamin Shehic is actually, I can call him smart fighter. I mean, I can't call him fight IQ specialist, but Šehić is pretty smart. Yeah, da, slažem se s tim, Kocka, to je to. To je to. Soldić is a very good guy, a real beast in person. Yes, true. That is true. Ja zapravo mislim da Šehić ima dobar fight IQ, iz onog što sam video. So, in general, I'd like to add that Randy Brown plus 300, put money on it. Mirsad Bektic. Yeah, Mirsad Bektic was great. Damir Hadžović doesn't have good fight IQ. Bektic. Well, Bektic was having many surprising decisions. Što bi vi rekli, bio je jako promenljiv, pa ne mogu oceniti kakav mu je bio fight IQ. On je baš bio da, težak za predvidjeti. That's true about Benjamin Šehić. That is absolutely true. Because he has excellent fight IQ. I'm sorry because I'm coughing. This stupid pollution is killing me. I'm actually very sensitive to stupid pollution. Yeah, Benjo is actually a very smart guy. Benjamin Šehić is actually a very smart guy. He knows to drag the fighter or the opponent to the ground, and he knows to catch him into a hammerlock, and that's something we have to appreciate. That's something we really, really have to appreciate. I'm sorry because this is not the greatest time for stream, but sometimes you simply can't choose. And tomorrow I have a lot of obligations, so I won't be able to choose the proper time for stream. But I think he needs to improve his stand-up a bit, and I would bet on him to beat De Vries. De Vries is difficult opponent to beat, but yeah, Benjamin Šehić is not the best in the stand-up, but when it comes to ground game, he's brutal. He knows a lot on the ground. He really knows a lot on the ground, and his ground game is amazing. But I hope he's going to improve. I hope he's going to improve his stand-up game, so in the future we can see some new models, some new motions, some new moments from Benjamin Šehić. I really hope he's gonna improve some skills. But yeah, like, can he beat De Vries? Of course he can beat De Vries if he improves a bit. I was having a reasonable doubt in Benjamin Šehić, like in his first fight in RSFC, but since then I've seen that he's got a great potential. De Vries doesn't hit very hard. He's as heavy as Benjo, and it won't be easy for him on the floor with Benjo. On the floor, I think Benjo is gonna have 100% domination, but in the stand-up, yeah, you are right. He's not fighting a bomber. He's not fighting a guy who bombs or throws haymakers. You don't see. I have never seen De Vries throwing haymakers. Maybe that's just not his fighting style. I don't know, but I've never seen him doing so. Really wonder. I really wonder how De Vries is actually a champ. That's $1 million question. How is De Vries a champ? Because I don't know the answer to that question. How could De Vries be a champ? On je isto što i James Nakashima, ako si gledao One FC. Znači, samo leg ne držite, ono, ajde čovječe. I mean, come on. Just give me a break. Some people are extremely boring with their fighting styles. And some people are not. Just checking the fries. But yeah, he's extremely annoying fighter. Like, Brock Lesnar was super annoying. Let's hope Pussy gonna win, man. As well as you know, I'm a huge fan of lefties and southpaw fighters. So we both are southpaw. Who is the most boring fighter in the world currently? The most boring fighter in the world. Every Dagestani fighter. Every single Dagestani fighter. With a few exceptions. Just every single Dagestani fighter with few exceptions. No, really, I'm just being honest. Ask that question. Ask anybody that question. They are all going to respond the same. Dagestani fighters are by far the most boring fighters in the world. With few exceptions, of course. Umar, Usman Nurmagomedov, Said. There are few exceptions, but very few. And Zabit, of course. Zabit is throwing kicks. Zabit is actually fun as fuck. He's throwing kicks. Heavy kicks. You know, Zabit has never been a butt of the joke because of his amazing skills. Yeah, you are right. I agree with the similarity between Pereira and Usyk. I definitely agree with that because I think Pereira versus Hill might actually be an option because Pereira already walks at 220. So Pereira versus Usyk might be an option. That is true. That is true. I agree. I agree that Pereira and Usyk have some similarities. They have big bombs, but they are opposite stances, right? Like you said, they are opposite stances. But both are masters of throwing big bombs. The man who beat Pereira in MMA is fighting in PFL this weekend. Really? Whoa. I didn't know that man beat Pereira. I really didn't know that. Pereira looks huge and looks like he's going to cut you up. Of course, he looks like he's gonna slice you up, I agree. I didn't know that guy is fighting this weekend. Thanks for that info, Grayson. I know a Brazilian guy is fighting at PFL, but I didn't know that's the guy who pissed Alex Pereira up. Man, it's awesome to see a guy who pissed Alex Pereira up fighting. I will probably take a look. I will probably pay close attention to this PFL to see whether this is gonna be nice or not, to see how is that gonna develop. Yes. Kemelo Tony. Kemelo Tony is now 170. Kemelo Tony. I know that Kemelo Tony defeated Alex Pereira, but he's 170 now. I didn't know that he fought at 185. So he fought at 185, right? I remember that he fought at 185. I remember now. No, takes some time until you remember. Yup, he's a beast at welterweight now. Well, of course, he's a beast at welterweight when he defeated Pereira at middleweight. It's never easy to defeat a guy like Pereira in middleweight division, so you know that he has to be the beast at welterweight because of that. You know that he has to be the beast. I'm gonna go live for 15 more minutes as I am today extremely tired. I was having a hard training session and some other things, but okay, 15 more minutes. Then I tomorrow have to work. I have some interviews coming up. I need to record some predictions, so it's gonna be a fun day. I can confirm it's gonna be a pretty much fun day. Tomorrow is my first interview for a big outlet. Look, Khabib is not boring to me. Like, for example, some only American wrestler. I find their grappling more interesting. Okay, that's okay. But there aren't many. There aren't many only American wrestlers like only American. Ben Askren actually had a background in that, and he was one of the most annoying fighters in the history of the sport. Ben Askren comes from American wrestling. You think about collegiate wrestling, like college wrestling. You're probably thinking about that, but you're right. You're right. Ben Askren used to be one of the most boring guys the world has ever seen. That was Ben Askren, and for a reason that was Ben Askren because people didn't like him. People didn't like him for a reason because he was only dragging the fight down, 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 and he was trying to like slice people up with his weird skill set. I would beat Askren in the boxing ring like a fool. You are right. Everybody would beat Askren. You've seen that he doesn't know to box. Askren is a zero level boxer, like a zero level boxer. And do you remember when internet trolls were trolling his wife when Askren didn't respond to hate messages? Do you remember that haters were trolling his wife online? Haters were like sending messages to his wife. Do you remember that? Hello, Mido. Yeah, I'm gonna be for 15 more minutes live just to know. As today I was having a very hard grappling training. I'm barely standing. And tomorrow is my first interview, so I need to spare my voice a bit. I'm doing great. I'm actually excited for tomorrow. I'm actually very much excited. Yes, yes, as the reptiles did to the opponent from Babic. Alright, we got to rest well for tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, I got to rest well because this is my first interview in a massive outlet. This is going to be my first ever podcast in a massive outlet. And yes, I am extremely nervous. You know what is the parody? I'm going to tell you what is the parody. That is the political TV. That Vasilyenska. They are political TV, and they gave me a shot. And sports TVs refuse to give me a shot. That's the worst parody. And I'm not politician. I'm athlete. That's awesome. I'm sure you'll do great. Yeah, that's a parody. Yeah, but that's a real parody. Like, can you believe that a political TV station chose to give me a shot as a sports expert, and sports TV stations failed to give me a shot as a sports dumbass? Exactly. Training, very hard. We were doing some grappling and MMA rounds, but very very hard. It's like, but MMA with grappling, MMA with pure grappling, and that's the hardest training session for me because to be honest, I hate grappling and wrestling, so you know why. They are mad at the sports TV stations, probably, of course. You're originally from Bulgaria and it will be on Bulgarian television. No, it will be on Serbian. It will be on one Serbian station. No, that's the greatest parody. Like I was trying to reach the public eye. I was trying to reach the public eye for like a year or two. So the problem is the fact that a political TV station. Kada budu uploadovali, poslaću ti link. Znači, poslaću ti čim budu izbacili. Sutra idem da snimam, a kad će uploadovati, to ne znam. Čim budu, ja ti šaljem link, to je najmanji problem. Mislim, imaš me na IG, pa piši. Yeah, just don't get it. The Serbian haters will be furious, of course. Of course they will be furious because that's a political channel. And I hate politics. That is the greatest parody. I hate politics. The funniest thing is they know that I hate politics. And they are like, okay, let's talk with you. Naravno, nije problem. Čim bude, ja ti šaljem. Znači, sutra se snima, kad će oni da to iseku, da ovo... Znaš kakvi su naši, pa... You got to do what you got to do to get to the top. I know. I know. I know that I got to do some interesting things to get to the top, but this tomorrow is gonna be very interesting because the political TV station is listening to a sports expert, to the MMA specialist. That's the funniest thing. But okay, as soon as they cut, I mean, I will send you, but I will send you. Unfortunately, this is in Serbian language, so unfortunately, it's not in English, but it will be okay. It will be pretty much okay. I'm afraid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm afraid a bit. I'm actually scared a bit. No, I will be honest with you. I'm actually a bit scared because I have never given interview to somebody pretty much important. I am a bit scared, but I hope everything will do fine. So anyway, how's energy today among my fans? Vidi, ako baš nemaš drugu opciju, pa ne znam, ja volim da koristim magnezijum zajedno sa krioterapijom, ali sad ne znam da li će to tebi odgovarati, možda ćeš da vrištiš. Nije prijatno, onako, ono tabletu magnezijuma i krioterapiju, ali krio, baš krio, onu ledenu. What do you think about Andrew Tate's at rest, Vlad? My prediction is a second round KO. Absolutely. Andrew Tate will never rest. No, he will not rest. My prediction is Andrew Tate to go down in round 1. Yes, that is going to be interesting, like a reporter. Like when a reporter is saying that's gonna be fun. Man, I'm so scared. But it's gonna be fun. A ja ne znam jel ti voliš krioterapiju, mislim. Literally that's how it's gonna go, yeah. Ili to, ili znaš šta? Ambol može da ti pomogne ako imate to. Kako nije, čoveč? Pa napuni. Napuni, to ti je top. Mislim, sad ćeš misliti da te zezam, ali ta krioterapija jako izvlači, dobra je. So yeah, Mido, that's how it's gonna be. Literally, that is going to be. He is going to ask some questions about my predictions, about my thoughts about how I got into this sport, what led me on my way to success, and what were the best moments. But that is how it's gonna be. Let me see. He sent me some of the questions, so I can read some of the questions if you want to. But they are mostly like casual questions, and he is going to ask me to explain what does the syntax "a huge Balkan MMA expert" mean. Previous question. My energy is unmatched as usual. I was trying to study and I kinda did, but my brain overheated. I need to work out soon. Also, I started running for even better cardio. That is outstanding, man. That is outstanding. I'm so glad that you're running. But you know, they told me that they are going to ask me to explain what does the syntax "a huge Balkan MMA expert" mean. Stepove. Top. Znam šta su Marinci. A huge Balkan MMA expert is a average person from Balkan Peninsula, unhappy with his or her life, who sits on phone, trolls people, and explains them how to fight, what they should do, what are the mistakes of their lives, and they have never fought in their life before, they have never bought UFC on Fight Pass, and they have never analyzed a single fight. But they are experts, because in Balkan Peninsula, there is a belief that everybody knows everything better than expert. It's a periodical answer, but I hope you understood what I wanted to say. It's gonna be funny, when he asks me to explain how does that look and what is a huge Balkan. Like, for example, that is similar to the syntax huge Jordan MMA expert. Like, imagine somebody arguing with you about MMA, and you are extremely realistic, and he is extremely unrealistic, and that is huge Balkan MMA expert. Uh, Pa ako mi dozvole, hoću. To ne znam da li će mi dozvoliti. Vidjet ću sutra na sintaksi šta mi daju pre. Same as Jordan. You talk about football, they jump in. You talk about politics, they are experts. If you talk about fights, they are suddenly Habib Nurmagomedov. Yeah. Znaš šta, dobit ću sintaksu, sa uputima ću dobiti pre nego što krene, pa ako mi dozvole, hoću, što neću. Ali da, mogao bi da kažem da pozivam bilo kog velikog balkanskog MMA stručnjaka na TV duel, da vidimo ko će da dobije. To da, to bih mogao reći kao Samo pitanje da li će mi dozvole to da kažem, možda će to da iseku, znaš. To je problem. Znaš šta je to problem? Može da ti seku određene delove intervjua, to je onda sad. Mogu otići da pogledam, zašto ne? Samo da imam vremena. Znaš, meni je najveći problem da li imam vremena, ali svakako bih otišao. If you talk about jerking off, they say that their nickname is Johnny Sins. I know what you mean by that. So, like, they are adult stars. They are adult movie stars, right? They acted in 1,000 adult movies. I get it, by the way. That is joke. That is same like in Serbia, Balkan MMA expert and the Jordan MMA expert is the similar thing. I think it's a similar thing, by the way. Yeah, they are good at everything and experts at every realm in life. Exactly. Exactly. And imagine somebody who knows everything about everything arguing with you who are pretty much unbiased, realistic MMA boy. Jordanian are experts at yes amount of things. Unfortunately, that's also the situation here. Here it's extremely popular. I don't even argue with them anymore. I lost enough friends. You stole the word from my mouth. I also lost too much. I also lost too many brain cells arguing with experts. For example, I started arguing with one guy, and I told him, he was arguing that my strikes suck, and I told him, if you're such a big expert, can you please show Jin Kazama's Brazilian kick? And he asked me, what is a Brazilian kick? And I'm like, haha, busted. I used to debate religion and politics, but it left me with massive brain trauma. Debate is fine if both sides enjoy, but that doesn't sound like a debate if they drained the huge level of your brain cells. It can't be a debate. It can be called brain sucking. Yeah, like same here. They say you're the best stand-up performer out of all the non-competitors. So I guess they know more about sex than adult stars, right? It's not a debate. It's which one makes the other mentally retarded first. So that is just my question. If you start talking about adult movies, they are going to say that they have more experience than Johnny Sins, right? And that they still didn't get a shot. You must also tell us a little about the zadruga. Joj, znaš da može da se desi da me pitaju to pitanje, ja to uopšte ne gledam. Ja znaš da to stvarno može da se desi što je najgore? Te upravo si. Što je najgore, to može stvarno da se desi. Right, especially those horny teenagers. No offense, man, but it's very funny to me. That's actually very funny. That is very funny. Što je najgore, stvarno mogu da me pitaju ko se bio u zadruzi, s kime, ja to ne pratim. No offense taken, you can laugh all you want. I know, but it's funny, man. No, it's like... They are just regular people. I mean, everything comes with an experience, you know. Experience comes with a price. Yeah, everything comes with a price. Da, upravo to pričam i sa ovaj moj pratilac iz Jordana, inače. I on kaže da je i tamo isto. Yeah, our mentality just sucks, man. No. You know, our mentality sucks pretty much because expert is an expert. Respect the expert. You can't know better than experts. Imaš recimo primer TikToka, znaš, kad sam ja vrištao, kad je mene lik za check hook pitao kakav ti je to kroše i rekao je da taj kroše uopšte nije efikasan. Ja sam izvrištao i nisam odgovorio jer nema fight pass. Ali kažem samo da sam izvrištao. Eto, pitao me za check hook kakav ti je to kroše. Ja samo rekao po Bojkoviću da mu poruči da može da dođe da ga isproba kad god želi. It's stupid. I'm going against all of that shit and actually become an expert at certain things. Yes, I know. I am aware. Znam da misle. Znam, sve mi je to jasno. Ja ti kažem kao neko ko sparira s profi borcima. Znaš kako, nije zajebancija kad te klepi uopšte. Ili kad te sruši, kad te baci, kad uopšte to uopšte nije zajebancija. Pa, da, kakav ti je to krošao za check hook? Ja ne znam, to ti samo dokazuje da se nikad u životu nije tukao. Ja mislim, najosnovniji ljudi, the most basic, check hook is the most basic technique in the world of mixed martial arts. I mean, it's the most basic technique. If you don't know to throw check hook, you are not a mixed martial artist. Everybody, yeah, Mido, you're becoming expert at fighting versus those things. Pa znam da nije svejedno, čoveče, pa vidi, danas imao sam situaciju, ne znam sad da li ti to znaš, te svipove. Znači, na Kimura svip sam okrenuo lika i on mi je vratio svip. Znači, on je samo produžio kretanje, vratio svip i opet sam završio na leđima. I mogu ti kažem, kad me stisnu, znaš, preseklo su me leđe kad me stisnu. Sad, ajde sad ti to nekom običnom da uradiš. Nije to... I to je samo Kimura svi bio. To ono u borbi u grapplingu, Kimura svi bio. I samo je bio reversal i još jedan reversal. S acom jednim. Mislim, ne takmiči se još uvek on, ali radim ja sa svih. Oni su tu takmičarsku grupu. They're actually great people, you know. Very much great people. No, train, learn. We have open sparrings every Saturday at 5 p.m. We have open sparrings. Best grappler in Ahilei. Hold on. I think Nikola Đurđev, I think. Kao i kod vas. Nama je subotom. Vidiš, razlog zašto je subotom jer se većina takmičenja održava subotom. To je razlog. A to je recimo detalj koji nekom da kažeš tako oni bi rekli ovaj nije normalan. A to ima smisla. Jer treba ti se naviknu hormoni na taj režim rada. Dobro, mislim, vi verovatno možda vi imate takmičenja sredom, ne znam. A čekaj, u boksu su takmičenja sredom ili vikendom, kako je? Ono može da bude radni dan ili... Kod nas su pretežno... A sve je vikendom, možda je sredom 2-3 eventa bilo. Sve je vikendom, možda se sećam 2-3 puta je bilo za radnu nedelju. Posle korone onda. Ne, mislim, okej je sredom, ako ima meč sredom, šta? Možda ovi profi. Državna, vikend, svetska, kako te rasporede? Aha. Pa dobro. A u profi je verovatno koji dan zakažeš. Mada i profi, koliko znam, je pretežno... I profi je, koliko znam, pretežno vikendom. Bar ovo što gledam većin... Ima ono preko nedelje da bude četvrtak, petak. Kada se radi kamp imate subotom. Top. To je onda top. Vlad, how far the Denmark is from Bulgaria? Around 2,000 kilometers. Maybe around 2,000 kilometers. Why? Do you plan to travel to Denmark or? To jeste. Profi borci imaju pare i mogu da rade šta hoće. Yeah, when I go to Bulgaria and train there, I will be visiting a girl I know from time to time. That is excellent. That is excellent, man. That is outstanding. I really think that's outstanding, man. If you go and visit a person you know from time to time, that's okay. I have only been in Denmark once in my life, and I was traveling through Denmark. But I'm trying to stay as far as possible from all distractions and focus on the grind set. I know. Try. Pa znam. Većina i ode u Nemačku. Pa u Nemačku odu zato što je tamo više iz nemačkih tih kampova da se svi biju za ta svetska. I'm trying to stay as far as possible. Yeah, that's a good strategy. That's very much of a good strategy. Pretty much agree with that. This strategy is pretty much gonna rock for everybody else, like. That's excellent about manager. I don't smoke. I also don't smoke, only weed sometimes, but rarely. I don't drink, me neither. It's a problem here for some reason. So what? If you don't drink, that's a problem. And no drugs, all natural and healthy lifestyle. And that's a problem. Like if you don't three of those, that's a problem. I hate cigars, man. But for example, I really hate cigars. I can't stand them. But about weed, I can tolerate it to some point. But only to some point. No, some people here have a drinking problem. Here is what I was saying. Drinking problem. That's sad, man. That's very sad because too much alcohol harms your body. That said, I can understand if you drink like, I don't know, a bottle, a glass of wine, or that's okay. But if you drink a bottle of wine every single day, that's not okay. Pa trava može da pomogne kod oporavka, koliko god da ti to deluje suludo, može da pomogne. Imaš i na eksperimente koji to naučno dokazuju. Koliko hoćeš ih ima. Nah, fam, never. I'm strict when it comes to these things. I might seem like I'm from America, but got a Habib mindset. That's awesome. That is excellent. Hello, Niall. How are you doing? Joining, my fan of the year is joining at the end of the stream. Pa dobro, može to za zagrevanje, okay. Hey, Niall. Just hopping in at the end of the stream. I'm going live for 2 more minutes because I'm literally extremely tired from the upcoming training session. You got my PFL predictions at the video, so you can check them. How are you doing, my friend? I'm so glad Niall is around the corner. No UFC. Yes, I know. No UFC again. Sorry, I still didn't place my bets. Next, you know that I place my bets every single Tuesday, so first of all, I want to see whether all fights are gonna come to fruition because I'm sick of Cowboys curse. You know what is the Bulgarian Cowboys curse? Bet on something and the match will not happen. The fighter will get sick. Opet dosadno. Da. Yeah, somebody gets sick. Užasna sedmica. Ali bar, ja mislim Beterbijev da se tuče sa Jardeom, ako se dobro sećam. Is Beterbijev versus Jarde this weekend? I think the two are fighting this weekend. Good luck, Vlad, with the interview and all. See you later. Yeah, I will also have to go. Okay, I also have to go, guys. I need to get ready for tomorrow. Pa dobro. Rokaj samo sparingi, samo cepaj. Alright, guys, I need to go now. I'm extremely tired. Tomorrow I have interview. I need to get myself ready. And have a great day, everyone. Catch ya. Da, Beterbijev se bori. Pozdrav svima, pa se čujemo.